Hello everyone, my name is Kristi. I am the Twisted Elemental. I am coming to you today to do a full moon reading for the Sturgeon full moon on August 1st. On August 1st. That's going to be happening at 2:31 in the afternoon at 9 degrees of Aquarius. So if you would like more information about how this full moon is going to affect you personally, if you can go online to there's a few different websites. There's astro.com. I think there's Cafe Astrology. Not affiliated with any of these websites, but they are places you can get free birth charts done. You will need your date of birth, your time of birth, and your place of birth to get an accurate chart. But once that's done, it takes just a few minutes, and then you can find where 9 degrees of Aquarius is in your chart, which house it falls in. For me, that's the 5th house, the house of pleasure. And then that will tell you what area of your life this full moon is affecting for you, essentially. So there's that. So full moons always are about releasing. They're about the fears and toxicities that we have will bubble up to be released at the full moon so that we can, move forward into bigger and better things in our life. So this full moon is, of course, in Aquarius. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and Uranus. Saturn is the lord of time and tradition. Uranus is about unpredictability and innovation. Aquarius itself is a highly intellectual sign, very creative. So the themes here for this full moon are creativity, pleasure, play, romance, and open-mindedness. So these are all the things we're trying to bring in. So the things in our lives that are blocking these things are the stuff that comes up to be released here. All right, so let's get started. You can see I already have the piles dealt out here. That saves a great vast quality of time here. These videos do get long with the spiritual growth readings, so I'm just trying to save us a little bit of time. But the questions that we've asked here: what are the possibilities being offered? The energy coming into you for this full moon? What are the possibilities surrounding you with this energy? The areas of your life that are asking for freedom. The areas of your life that maybe need a little bit more structure or maybe even some collaborative effort to get on track. Habits and beliefs that are outdated that need to be released. And then where to flow with the energy, where to just relax and back off and try and flow in it going forward. Where's this energy want to take us here? All right, I am calling on Spirit and all my sacred guides to help me discern true and accurate messages for anybody who wants to hear them today. I would like messages of the purest, highest white light of truth and for the greater good of all. Thank you so much, Spirit. All right, let's look at these piles here. First pile. So this is the energies that's being offered to you. Wow, we have spiritual cleansing. Card 50. Alchemy, about choices. Rest and cleansing moon. Card 17. Balanced relationships, self-expression, and boundaries. And card 4. Past, present, and future. I like this energy. All right, so this spiritual cleansing, this is essentially what full moons are all about, is the spiritual cleansing, right? This is about bringing in new energy, but we have to release the old energy first. This is a card 50. It breaks down to a 5. 5s are cards of change. So this spiritual cleansing is brought to you to change things, to help shift the, what's going on, to move you forward. So this is about definitely releasing the toxicities and fears that are coming up. And this allows more room for the new energy coming in. This is beautiful. Let's find out more about where this is going on in your life here. Or how it's taking place, or whatever Spirit feels you need to know here. I'm thinking about it. I'm going to ask if you can go ahead and push the like button for me. It really does help the algorithm to allow me to continue putting out these videos. And I have so very, very appreciative of it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. What does the viewer need to know about this spiritual cleansing, please? The energy being offered here. This is like spirit offering you this, because this is what the energy being offered. You have the chance to really clean the slates here and release, release some toxicity or whatever it is that's holding you back here, but you have to actively do it. You got to, this is a choice also. We do see this card here. The next card is choices, right? So these are things being offered to you, but they're not a given. You have to accept the offer. What do we need to know about spiritual cleansing, please? Wow. I have the Page of Swords and the King of Pentacles. Eight Pentacles. This is like, all right, so we have 8 Pentacles on the bottom of the deck here. This is about a card of mastery, right? It can be a card of work, but it's really about putting work into self. This is the self-mastery. It's the student becoming the master. So even at her craft, she has to self-master it, right? Even though it's a physical product, it is from self-mastery. So this is like, again, this goes back to the message I'm getting here about having to accept the spiritual cleansing, accept the offering from spirit, making the active choice to choose, and this is the active choice to put work into self. King of Pentacles is a very grounded energy, right? This Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. Do not have to be your sign. This is just the energy of the card. The King of Pentacles is somebody he's very grounded, very stable, very good at business, very good business-oriented mind while still being grounded. Very able to stack his coins. He's, what do I want to say? Not the beneficial leader, but a compassionate leader. I love this King of Pentacles has all the crystals on his head here. That's like, this is telling me this King of Pentacles is very connected to Source, very connected to his higher self. This is like about being able to make good decisions in your life and being very stable in your own energy. This king is also a baller when it comes to business. Look at the coins he's got stacked there. This spiritual cleansing is coming in to help put you into this energy. We have the Page of Swords here. This is like, pages bring messages. Page of Swords can often bring bad news, but it's truthful news. This is also about finding new ways to communicate things. So I want to say that the spiritual cleansing is offering here, is offering to clean. This is going to be working on your throat chakra, possibly also your crown chakra, receiving knowledge. I see this page as receiving knowledge with the sword of truth there in the upright. So this is truthful energy, but it's also a need to communicate. So I want to say, like, anything that's been blocking your throat chakra, fear of consequences of the things that are said, or fear of, it could be of so many things. This is the general reading. But yeah, anything that's blocking that communicative, I can't say it, communicative, you know what I mean, right? Energy, whether it be with your higher self or actually in 3D vocalizing things, is going to be coming up here. Also things affecting your stability, your balance, inner and outer, your balanced finances. Let's get, I'm going to use the Fire and Ice Oracle here. Let's get a card on this spiritual cleansing. I'm not going to take all of these, but what's on top here is this Ace of Pentacles. I did say this is spiritual cleansing, is cleansing away, the things blocking you from your finances. This is the Ace of Pentacles here. Very grounded and stable energy. This is tangible new beginning. I think there's possible fear around finances here, fear around your stability, fear around your work environment, possibly fear of being of providing. You know, if you have people you provide for, there's could be a fear around this. Like, I can see that there's a desire for stability, harmony, and flow here. This is what this spiritual cleansing is offering. I have feminine here. So I want to say this is the healing energy. The divine feminine energy is very healing. And is what comes. This is how you birth new energy. Divine feminine is very receptive, and it births new ideas and things and prosperity, right? So this is a very receptive energy. This isn't about you going and doing a lot of physical work here. This is inner work. So this is inner work on self, right? This is divine feminine energy is a receptive energy. So you're receiving a cleansing, but you do have to accept it. And, you know, acknowledge it. Be thankful. Put some gratitude out. All right. Next card we have here is the Alchemy. This is about choices. This is about making personal choices for self. I want to see in the book here what this has to say. What do we got? Choices in the Alchemy card. We see so the person depicted on the card has to make a decision. Okay, so this is like the Magician card. This card is offering all of the elements to be able to manifest the things that you want to come into your life. But it's about making the choice about what you want to manifest. You have everything you need. This card appears as being reminded that you always have a choice. Decisions come before actions. There you go. And the bong represents weighing your alternatives. This is a card that has come to you to commune with the plant spirit, plant spirit pairing to determine progress, plan for the future, and find ambition to make it happen as fast as you like. So this is the energy being brought to you here, right? This is what we're asking, the possibilities being afforded. You have big choices coming to you. You're going to have things to make choices about. This is about making good choices for yourself, fear-free, to be able to manifest your ultimate desires. So, but the first step here is deciding what you want. You have everything you need to make the choice. You just have to choose it first. Tell me more about this card, please. Tell me more about these choices that are being brought in. Well, they're things that you've wished for. This is about really, really becoming clear about what it is you want. Looking at your life, taking stock of everything that you have, like looking at your life. What have you got? This is telling me that you have all of the elements. The Magician has everything they need. They've got the ace from all suits of the tarot. They've got swords, they've got wands, they've got cups, they've got pentacles. They have everything. But this is about deciding how you're going to put those pieces together, which thing you're going to grab. What is it you really want? What is your wish? This is different for everybody, of course, but this is about, I mean, you're having, these choices are being brought to you. This is in the energy, and it's time to make good choices for yourself. Tell me more about... This has to do with moving your life, making good decisions for your life to move on to calmer water and become more balanced within it. I've got this, become more emotionally balanced, possibly with this Queen of Cups. This Queen of Cups is really beautiful energy. This is, this is water sign energy. This is, somebody who's really connected to their higher self, very psychic, loving, nurturing, filled with love, and not afraid to give it. This is a very emotional queen, a very emotionally available queen, I should say. These choices are going to involve a rite of passage for you. This moving on to calmer waters, these are choices. This is about really accepting this cleansing and really like what in your soul of souls do you want, and then choosing from that place and not from a place of fear. Like there are things that you've wanted that you didn't go for, you haven't tried to manifest because you're afraid of them. So this is what the spiritual cleansing is providing you, the opportunity to release those fears and then go for what you want. This is part of a rite of passage for you to understand how powerful you are, that you can manifest what you want, and that everything in your life is just on the other side of fear. The other side of fear here is a balanced life, a balanced, stable life here with pentacles, right? Pentacles are tangible things. Your money, your health, your partners, the things in your life that you can see, touch, taste, and smell are pentacles. So a rite of passage through this here, finally making the decision to go after what in your heart of hearts you want, moving through it to balance here. This is lovely. Balanced emotions, let's not forget that, right? This Queen of Cups, I love this. Okay. So next we have again, balanced relationships. I love when I do these readings, they seem to put these on a lovely progression. It's like you can see how they go together. So this making these choices and moving towards balance. Towards what? Towards balance. Balanced relationships, self-expression, and boundaries. This is about you making these choices, also has to do with you instilling your own boundaries here. And let's see, boundaries aren't things that keep people back. Boundaries are things that keep you from experiencing toxicity, really. Like instilling boundaries and then following through with those boundaries are how you remain balanced and stable. Because when people overstep your boundaries, it's triggering, and that is a very unstable energy. So by maintaining your boundaries for yourself, when people step over your boundaries, you set a firm limit with that. That is how you keep yourself balanced. Tell me more about this. And this is the energy being offered of balance. I like this a lot. This is also about, this is saying how you balance your relationships is by expressing your boundaries to the people in your life. Again, I'm brought back to the spiritual cleansing over here with this Page of Swords and the King of Pentacles, right? New way of communicating things for this King of Pentacles, right? Become into that energy. So part of this spiritual cleansing is expressing your boundaries to people who cross them. If you've never said it to somebody, it needs to be said, and then the next step is not allowing people to cross it. If people in your life are crossing boundaries that you had that you have expressly told them, then you cut them out of your life because they don't bring good things to it, right? This is how you show your self-love. Okay. Balanced relationships, please. Expressing boundaries. Tell me more. Okay, I've got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles on the bottom here. This is a card of dependence. In the upright here, we have the Nine of Pentacles is about independence. And it's the ultimate card of freedom. This person has no attachments. They're also very financially well off. This person provides everything they need for themselves, right? Very independent person. Now, let's not forget, this one is in a cage here. So that's neither here nor there, I guess. But it's in the reverse. This is dependence, right? This could be... So, this could be about people in your life that depend on you too much, that require you to do much for them. They're not independent in their own right. So people depending on you too much, there might need to be boundaries expressed there. This could be even, between spouses or your work life or your children or anywhere people are requiring too much of you because they're not giving it to themselves, where they've become codependent. There needs to be boundaries. This can also be with people entering your life. Say if this was a romantic relationship, so maybe you need a boundary that you have to know without doubt that the person is single, right? That is a huge boundary. And once set, it should be a boundary that's easy to maintain, right? So another one could be on your spending, perhaps. I've got this Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is a slow energy, but the Knight of Pentacles, again, is very stable. We're talking about bringing you into a lot of stability here. There's a lot of Pentacle energy. I like it. You can even see this Knight has a bag of cash. That's why when the Knight finally shows up, he's never empty-handed. He's learned his lessons along the way. And he's looked under every nook and cranny, learned his lessons, and he has stacked some coins, right? Even though it's a slow journey. But this guy is away from this dependence here, right? So I want to say, be compassionate with yourself, because it is a slow journey at times. But each step you make is a step in the right direction. Tell me more about this Nine of Pentacles in reverse for boundaries, please. I can also see where this bird is in a cage here. This is also about setting your boundaries for yourself where you won't be caged in your life. Like being dependent on others is a caging, right? I have the Sun here with Justice. Wow. So this setting boundaries with truthfulness, right? With people, again, I go back to, if you've dealt with people in the past who were not truthful about their dependence on others, or their status in relationship, where they were saying they were single and they weren't, these boundaries are being put into place to help you illuminate these things for you, right? Because this should be whatever the boundaries are for you, they're individual for anyone. But this is so, where are you not caged? It's bringing light to the places in your life where you feel caged, where you don't feel free, where you don't feel like you are providing for self, right? But this is also about your happiness. Setting boundaries with your happiness. Like, how much shade are you going to allow in your life, right? The sun illuminates everything. It's really hard to, all the shadows get illuminated with the sun. So this is about you, even with self, like your self-talk. The words you say have so much power. The thoughts you think have so much power. So really being cognizant about where your mind frame's at, and when it comes to happiness and depression and those things, and setting boundaries with yourself and maybe even the people around you. If you've got negative Nellies around every corner, maybe you need to figure out how to, distance yourself from those people, because they really will affect your happiness, your, independence. I have here Justice, right? We're talking about boundaries. This is the card of truth, balance, harmony, right? This is about things going right in your life. This is even, we can be talking about good karma, spiritual court stuff, right? So this is about setting boundaries for yourself and all the people in your life for honesty, truth, balance, harmony, happiness. I mean, you can't go around telling people you're going to be happy, blah, blah, blah. But you can say, if you know people that are very negative and they're not changing their ways, you might need to extricate them from your life if that's not the vibration you're on now. Or it's not the vibration you want to be on. Because if you spend too much time around somebody like that, you will start to lower your vibration to their level. And any place that has you feeling caged. I want to get one of these. Can you tell me about boundaries, please? This could be boundaries that you set with a masculine in your life. I knew I was getting, I have truth, expression. I knew I was getting the energy of, like, status, whether someone's single or not here. So, and then the other part of this split is the Ace of Air here, which does talk about truth and expression, right? I have 2 cards of truth and expression with the masculine for boundaries. So either I'm talking to a masculine who needs to enact these boundaries for themselves, or I'm talking to possibly a feminine who needs to enact these boundaries with a masculine in their life. Take it how it resonates, please. Okay. Past, present, future, card 4. This is about bringing stability. This gives me a lot of energy of the Judgment card, like your past coming into your present to affect your future. This also gives me the energy of coming into wholeness within self, bringing your past experiences into your present that give you the knowledge you need to head towards your future. This is also I also feel this card is about asking you to release the past, because we started with spiritual cleansing over here, releasing the stuff from the past, being really, really centered by being in the present moment and with what your experiences are in this very second, and not fearing or the future, right? All right, tell me more about this past, present, future, please. Ooh, victory. Wanting to be seen. I've got the High Priestess underneath. This is about having victory in something, being seen. I mean, this 6 of Wands is not just a card of victory. It's a card of having gone through ultimate war, right? Like a battle of all battles and being victorious, coming out the other side. So this isn't just like winning something or, having something turn out okay. This is having the worst turn out in the right for you. There's a sense of knowingness to this. I want to say also this past, present, future has to do with ancestors here. And receiving victory through your higher self here with the High Priestess, receiving the knowledge of the universe through your ancestors here, using your spirit guides, however you receive information. But it comes on board through coming into wholeness or oneness with your past, present, future, living in the moment. But all that experience from the past is kept. Doing this connection with the higher self brings victory here. Whatever it is you're looking to be victorious in. Tell me more. What's the 6 of Wands? Like, the way to be victorious is by looking to your past, first of all, and knowing yourself enough to look at your past and seeing where you failed previously. I mean, that's how we all win. Any person that's ever been victorious has had many, 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 many failures to getting there. That's how they became victorious. The road to victory is paved with failures, right? So I want to say also, this is about releasing past failures. Is how you become victorious. Keeping the lessons you learned from them, but don't live in those. Know that you were learning that whole time. I mean, if you're continuing to get the same lessons over and over, just know there's something you're not learning there that you're still meant to see. Oh, I have the Emperor and the Nine of Cups. King of Wands underneath here. This is an action card. I mean, we have the card of wish fulfillment with the Emperor, right? And being victorious. The Emperor is a very strong energy here. We already have the masculine energy over here we talked about setting boundaries. And the Emperor is the ultimate and benevolent leader, right? Or compassionate leader. The Emperor is a leader of people, right? The Emperor is in charge. He's, could be a business person. It's whoever, like, this is a serious person, right? But but somebody who knows how to love and have fun. I mean, the Emperor is somebody in charge. The Emperors who were all, what did I want to say here? I mean, let me do this. Tell me about this past, present, future, please. What's the energy of this past, present, future? I want to say that everything you've gone through has brought you to this. Disharmony triggers conflict in love. So this is the third ace we've gotten here. This is interesting. I've gotten the Ace of Earth here, the Ace of Air here, the Ace of Water here. So this past, present, future is about your heart. It's about your emotions. This is about releasing the disharmony, conflict, and triggers. Emotional disharmony, conflict, and triggers of the past, possibly even the present, to bring better things, victory towards your future. And this victory is this. Right? Victory, emotional fulfillment with the Emperor. Wowee. This energy that's coming towards you, I gotta say, is some pretty amazing energy. This is beautiful. Let's move on to the next pile, though. All right, so next pile. These are the areas in your life that are craving freedom. You have shift. There is a change that is dying to happen. This is a card 9. This is about a cycle ending where you have learned your lessons already, so a new cycle can start. The areas of your life that are craving freedom. This shift from the old to the new. Okay, we've got, I can't say what this is. Sarah, I can't say it, but it's the card of the nurturer. This is like Mother Earth. This is the card of the mother. We have Freeze Up Moon, card 26, identity, self-discovery, and vulnerability. Now this breaks down to an 8, so this is a card talking also about balance. I want to say this is about inner balance, identity, self-discovery, vulnerability. This is about being in balance within self, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And then we have, ooh, I like this, card 37, emotional release. Your emotions are begging for freedom. You need to release the hurts and fears. This is card 10. This emotional release allows this shift to happen. Wow. So, real quick, I wanted to let you know. So, August has two super moons, two super full moons. The first one is on the 1st, and I want to say the second one is either on the 30th or the 31st. So this is a big month. Also, we've got the Lion Gates portal, 8-8, and I want to say the Syrian Gateway. Is that August 11th, I want to say? This is a big month of energy shifts. I'm going to do a video on the 8-8 portal and the Syrian Gateway. I think I'll do that at the same time because they kind of go together. And of course, I'll do another one for the full moon at the end of the month. All right, tell me about this shift, please. This shift. This is a shift for your new beginning. A shift in your stability. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles with the Empress. This is you shifting into your Empress energy and getting your stable new beginning. This is tangible. Let's taste, see, touch, smell. Stuff right in front of you, right? Your health. This is beautiful. This is, look, underneath the Empress, we have the moon energy here. That is divine feminine energy. This shift is about really you shifting into your divine feminine energy here. Or if you are masculine, you shifting into your divine masculine energy. I want to say, whether you're a man or a woman, I do believe we're talking to an Empress, to a feminine energy. It doesn't matter what your sex is. All of us have divine masculine, divine feminine energy within us. Just tends, and you can be a man and be a divine feminine. You can be a woman and be a divine masculine. The goal for all of us is to balance that energy out. This is what we're talking about here. We're talking about coming to balance. Balancing the divine feminine with the masculine. That way, within your life, you can easily flow between the two. Shift between the two. For depending on what you're doing, what you need. If you're going to be, teaching a child, you would want to be in feminine energy. But if you were, going to balance your checkbook or go make banking things, you're going to want to be in your masculine energy. Women, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that women can't do math or financial stuff, or that men can't, teach children. Of course we all can, but the energies within us shift when we're doing those things because they're masculine and feminine energies. Masculine energy is active. Feminine energy is receptive. Okay. Tell me about this shift, please. That's a lot of cards. I'm not keeping all this. But it talks about the first card is being closed off and then empowerment. So I want to say it's like a shift of openness. That's it. Okay. It's like opening yourself to receive here. Empress is receptive energy. So this is an opening and allowing, becoming into receptive energy. So this shift is taking you into again, I don't care if you're a man or a woman. This shift is putting you into the feminine, receptive energy for your tangible new beginning here. This is the best ace in all the aces, right? This is a new beginning. The Ace of Pentacles. Anything else about the shift, please? Isolating thoughts and the shadow side here. This is what you're going from. So you might be, this is about you coming out of your dark night of the soul and into your, receptive feminine energy. These isolating thoughts, the dark night of the soul, we all go through it during a spiritual awakening. It's and it's horrific. It really can be, and it can take a long time, and it's a really dark time. But it's because you're dealing with other darkness within you, right? And it is isolating. It is very isolating. So the shift that's going on here is you're shifting out of this energy. I'm so happy for you. Whoever this video is for, I'm so happy. You are shifting out of this energy into this energy. That is lovely. Simply lovely. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Whoever I'm talking to, you've been putting in some work because this is a beautiful shift. I'm healing the inner child, right? Healing the inner child is what is allowing this shift to happen. You've been in the dark night of the soul and you've been healing your inner child the whole time. You probably didn't even realize that's what was going on, but it was. And now you've done it. You're able to shift. This is beautiful. And it goes right to it. We're talking about you shifting into this divine feminine empress energy. And then the next card is the nurturer, right? I gotta let my dog out. You won't even notice I'm gone. Okay. So, yeah, this next card is this nurturer, this divine feminine energy. This is the card about nurturing self first. Like, you're going to be coming into... Come on. Come here. Come on. Right there. So, coming into this energy and nurturing self so that you can nurture others. This isn't about becoming a healer or a nurturer and giving that away to everyone around you. The first thing you do with this energy is love yourself. If your cup is not full, you cannot help anyone else with their cups. Tell me about the nurturer, this energy that's craving freedom. Remember, this is the column of what in your life is craving freedom. Your nurturer. This is beautiful. I think I'm talking to a healer. With this nurture energy, this is beautiful. Certainly a self-healer. You've gone through this night of the soul that you're coming out of. And, the reason why we self-heal on this journey is so that we can learn how to help others do it. Yeah. The card that flew out here is Temperance. This energy is craving emotional balance and stability. This is the alchemy of emotion. It's the flow of emotion that is balanced and stable. It's beautiful, beautiful, balanced, serene, happy energy. It's quite lovely. This is also the card of patience. I want to say being very patient with yourself is a very loving and nurturing thing to do here. Oh, I had some flippers. I didn't know it. Oh, I love this. I have the Fool with the Queen of Cups. This feminine energy, this nurturing energy, this nurturing of self is coming on board to allow you to take a leap of faith towards being emotionally available in this Queen of Cups energy. I would go so far as to say the Queen of Cups is one of the most important parts of the Empress energy, because that's where all the love comes from. That's where all the nurturing comes from. This is beautiful. I mean, you can even look here. The Fool, they're pointing at the Queen of Cups. Like, yeah, this is where we're going. I'm sorry, my dog just can't find a spot right now. He's so loud. I have underneath here this Queen of Wands energy, also a very important aspect of the Empress. The Queen of Wands, I would say, would be her where she manifests from. That power, that passion, that creativity, that drive. This is a queen standing in her power. This is very, very... This is you standing in your power. By releasing the nurturer within you, the mother within you, the divine feminine within you, you stand in your power by doing that. All right, this frees up moon, this identity, self-discovery, vulnerability. Tell me more. Oh, goodness. I have death. I have, wow, that's a lot. Interesting. I have death, discretion, which is judgment, the 7 Pentacles, and justice. So the part of this, the 7 of Pentacles, I see this vulnerability and self-discovery there. The 7 of Pentacles, it's divine timing, yes, but this is also a card of assessment. Come here. Come on. Right there, please. Come on. Lie down. Lie down for a moment. Thank you. Thank you. That's Miss Cleo, y'all. This is a card of assessment, and I really want to say this is about you taking self-assessment here, especially with this discretion card. This is judgment, right? Making, and we have the sun also illuminating for yourself, right? If you self-assessing, so you putting assessing where you're at, and the effort is taken to get you here. Was it worth it? Like, where could your efforts have been more well spent? Blah blah blah. It's like assessing, your harvest, what you got out of the time and effort you put in here. But this is about your inner characteristics here. This is about self-discovery. So this is assessing of self here, using and bringing illumination, right? Bringing illumination to that. And good judgment, right? This is also a card of awakening, which is what's been going on here. We see you come out of the dark night of the soul, or you will be coming out of this dark night of the soul. This is awakening, right? Things being illuminated about yourself. Right? You could find that you have very good judgment. You could find that you're very happy and loving. You could find that you're very balanced and truthful and stable. But you have to self-assess to know these things. Spirit's asking you to take a look within to these qualities that have been brought out for you. Spirit wants you to look at where you were. Spirit's asking you to look at where you've been and how much you've learned. Because where you're going is so much different. The reason why you're going to a place that's so much different is because you've learned so many lessons. Spirit wants you to assess this. See where you're at. Spirit wants you to acknowledge how far you've come. You are not the same person you used to be. Yeah, because you've been mastering self. This is what was on the bottom of the deck, the 8 of Pentacles. You have been mastering self, putting the work into self. It's time to acknowledge it and acknowledge the change. I love this. All right, this emotional release. This is great. I mean, we're talking, this is card 37. This is the end of a cycle with this emotional release. And it is about all the stuff that's been going on over here, right? That's been going on in this dark night of the soul. We're going to be releasing all this stuff. It is time. Tell me about this emotional release, please. I'm sorry, y'all. This video is going to be so long. Ooh. I have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Something with the King of Wands here underneath. Something went terribly wrong here, right? This is total financial collapse. This could be the collapse of a family. This was something very big in your life that went very wrong. that was something very important to you. I mean, the Ten of Pentacles in the upright is it's everything. It's having it all. It's the money, it's the family, it's, you know, it's marriage, but it's in reverse. The something here did not turn out how it was supposed to or how you wanted it to. It's meant, this is the release. Right in the bottom. Yeah, this could have been with a King of Wands. Does not have to be. The King of Wands can be male or female. It's just talking about a real fiery energy. Or this could be your energy. The King of Wands is an action card, right? This could be asking you to actively release this thing that did not work. Whatever this Ten of Pentacles is, it's going to be different for all of you. This is what you're being asked to release here. Do you have anything else on this emotional release? Past suffering. There's also an energy here of chemistry and passion. So yeah, whatever this Ten of Pentacles in reverse was, it really devastated you. It destroyed you. But it's time to take action towards releasing it, because that's how this shift happens. All right, let's move on to the next pile here. All right, so this is where we're being asked, where in your life you need more structure and maybe even collaboration or cooperation. Friendships. This is card 17. It breaks down to an 8. This is about balancing out friendships. Ooh. Equalizer. Highest self. Interesting. Thunderbird clan. Imminent change. Life force rebuilding. Card 7. This is direct from spirit. For me, the number 7 is spirit. Imminent change. Life force rebuilding. Ooh. I'm getting collaborating with spirit to manifest this life. This rebuilding of your life. This is about learning to manifest collaborating with spirit to rebuild. Ooh. Card 29, changes. This also breaks down to 11. It's a lucky card. These changes are good changes. So again, we're asking where we need more focus, more structure, maybe even collaboration to get things going. We've got friendships here. Let's find out more about this. This is interesting. So you went through the dark night of the soul. You're coming out of it. One of the things about coming out of the dark night of the soul is that typically we lose a lot of people during this dark night of the soul, and in the process after it, we kind of start Queen of Swords in a lot of the people in our lives, because they are no longer a vibrational match for us. They're in a lower vibration, and they tend to just fall off. So there could be this going on. This is also, again, about the friendships, the balancing of the friendships and the collaboration. This is also about finding your soul tribe. So finding new friends that are in the same vibration that you were in, that higher vibration. Again, if we are constantly surrounded by low vibration, it pulls us down. So, and it will naturally fall off. People will start that with lower vibrations will stop gravitating towards you, and the people with your high vibration, like you, will gravitate towards you. So I think I'm getting this. That's what this is about here. Is it a balancing of friendships, right? All right. What is this friendship? I've got the Three of Cups in reverse. I've got the Fool on its side. And I've got the Six of Swords in reverse. This is like, all right, so this is about friend groups that are needing to be released. I have underneath here, yeah. Part of this inner self work, putting the work into self and mastering self, is realizing is also done through the types of people and the vibrational matches to the people around us. That is part of our inner self work here. This the Three of Cups in reverse is typically it's drama. This is community, right? This is friends, socializing, all that. This can be like socializing gone bad. This can be like third-party situations. This can be gossipy friend groups. Really, this is like low-partying stuff. This could be people you used to party with. This could be like a big, party crowd. This can also be, going out and drinking and all of that social, this could be social drug use. This could be whatever those things are. But this is about toxic social environments, right? And we have you being really on the fence about taking a leap of faith towards moving on to calmer water. In fact, you haven't moved on to calmer water from these things, right? We have the Six of Swords in reverse, which, let's remember, this in the upright is a rite of passage. Moving on from these types of people and this types of behavior. You can't be around these types of people if you're not being in that behavior, right? They don't want to be around people that aren't doing that behavior. So the more you're around this type of people, the more you're surrounded in toxic energy. And there's a refusal here to give up or to move on from a friend group. This is about, and I want to just say here, we've got the Fool on its side. This is Aquarius energy. We're talking about the Aquarius full moon. This is about not moving out of your comfort zone in your friend groups to move on to something, taking a leap of faith towards something new, towards meeting new and different people on your vibrational match. Sometimes this comes with a little bit of loneliness. After you've cleaned out all the toxic stuff from your life and, the people have fallen off, often there's a time of just you alchemating to yourself before, and sometimes, and this has even happened with me, you wonder, well, when are the friend groups going to come? When am I going to meet this soul tribe I keep hearing about? So, but this is, you still have to move on first. So this could be stemmed in a fear of abandonment or not wanting to experience loneliness. So you just take what's available for socialization as opposed to something meaningful or going towards something that would be more aligned to you, because there's a fear of rejection of this, or fear of loneliness, or whatever this may be. Part of this inner work is needing to deal with the people you surround yourself with. That's very interesting. This higher self, this equalizer, I want to read, actually. I'm sorry, I know this is getting long. But let's get the right information, right? I want to know, this is about your highest self here. So, and we're talking about where you need more structure and collaboration. I want to say this is like you collaborating with spirit. Equalizer. I just realized I can't talk and read at the same time. Maybe 3. Equalizer, higher self. When we hear this, we think focus, center, direct. And this is what the equalizer brings into your life. Here we see a glistening, milky looking drip similar to honey. And as the bees work together to make precious honey, we know it is all for the queen. We see the honeycomb pattern deep within, and this card, and what looks like a vortex at the center. This card is an alert to get focused. It's time to stop. Ooh, this is interesting. An alert to get focused. It's time to stop manifesting and start taking action on the manifestations. On your manifestations. Let me read that again. It's time to stop manifesting and start taking action on your manifestations. You already have everything you need, and you know that this will pass. That's interesting. Some cultures believe the highest selves gives the lessons that we will have in life once we inhabit our human form. This is so that we can evolve our consciousness back to the seventh dimensional realm where it resides. When this card appears in the spread, it's time to take one to the face, and that may mean a hard truth of loving accountability. Oh, that's interesting. That was the sentence. That was the very last sentence on the page. That was the one I needed. About taking hard accountability of self. So this card is about definitely focusing, coming to self, even meditation, whatever you need to do to be in alignment with your highest self. Part of this being in alignment with your highest self is the truths that you learn are often about yourself, and being accountable for yourself in this state. Once you learn these things, you can't unlearn them, and then it's time to make things right. Where do you need to be accountable? To yourself and others in your life. About the things you learn about yourself. This is about taking the things that you're seeing or that Spirit's showing you and being accountable to this, to your own highest self. Kind of like walking the walk and not just talking the talk is what I'm getting here. Yeah. All right, interesting. We've got the Four of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. So this is about where... All right, so the Four of Swords is a place of healing. When we are accountable to our higher selves and the knowledge we have within, it is a very, very healing aspect of self. But I'm kind of getting here. So once we heal these things, this is time to stop manifesting. So stop being in the mind and taking action towards the things you want. This is not a card of action. So it's time to stop resting. I'm getting from this card laziness, like acknowledging, being shown that you might have a tendency to procrastinate or be a little lazy, or stuck in the idea that manifestation only comes from mentally wanting something. That is not how manifestation works. Yes, you do need to decide exactly what you want. And yes, you do need to be mentally positive about it and put yourself into a positive frame of mind work around the whole idea of what you want, and to act and to feel as though you already have this thing you want. But that's not the end of it. Then you actually have to take action towards this thing you want. Right? Manifestation doesn't stop with having the thought or saying the word. This is lies, manipulation. This can even be like anger and harsh words. So if these are qualities that are in and around your life, or the qualities you see within yourself, Spirit's asking you to acknowledge these things and be accountable to them. Be accountable to your own self about self-deception here, right? When you come into your highest self, part of it is you can't ignore red flags within yourself. Being in touch with your higher self and getting those downloads and really coming to understand self, part of getting what you are getting through is your own manipulation of yourself, your own self-deception here, right? These can also be like belief systems or things you were taught when you were a child. All your kind of your own inner bullshit that you sweep under the carpet. This is this. We all have it. We all have it. Trust me, this is a process we all go through. Next here, we have a card of Seven of Wands. This is about being defensive about the things you see that you were being called to be accountable for. This is somewhere where you need to have a little more structure. and collaboration, you need to not be defensive about this stuff. When you're defensive, you're blocking the energy of it being released, right? This is also a card of standing up and doing what's right for yourself. So if you stop being defensive about these things, and if I'm triggering you, I'm terribly sorry, but follow the trigger and see where it's leading you. If you're defensive about, this types of behavior, once you can understand it and stop being defensive, the other side of this card is standing up and doing what's right for yourself, right? Enacting your boundaries. If you have people around you that are doing this is about enacting boundaries to stave that off. I'm going to get one of these for this too. Lack and doubts. This is about self-doubt and feeling like you lack what it takes to do this. I have under the bottom here is guilt and sabotage. So what this is, this accountability that you're being asked to have here. Hold on. This accountability you're being asked to have here has to do with your own self-doubt about your lacking the abilities and how doing that sabotages yourself. All these behaviors are self-sabotaging behaviors. And they're all completely within your power to change. In fact, they are only within your power to change. Nobody else can change these things for you. You are the only person that can do this for yourself. That's why this is so important. So, this coming into your higher self and really so you can be accountable for your own self is trying to help you deal with this stuff so you will no longer sabotage yourself. Again, we all do it. All right, imminent change, life force rebuilding. Tell me more. I have the Knight of Cups, the Nine of Wands, the Three of Swords, and the Empress. So this is about rebuilding your life after heartbreak and pain and strife, and allowing yourself to flow and be receptive to energies of love. So this life force rebuilding has come to you through broken hearts, and however they got there, through probably 1,000,004 ways, right? The things through all this time, however long you've been here on this planet, that have been breaking your heart, you're going to be rebuilding from these things because you're releasing them, right? The dark night of the soul is over. This is all about the releasing. So to rebuild, you're rebuilding from after this. So releasing the broken heart. That doesn't mean that you're not still wounded, right? The wounded warrior, the important part about this card, yes, the wounded person can seem a little defensive or blocked or have, extra firm boundaries, but the wounded warrior is a warrior nonetheless. They get up to fight another day. Nothing keeps this person down. They get up, they fight another day because they know it's important. We have the Empress and the Knight of Cups here, right? This is about being open to new offers of love. The Empress is a very receptive energy. We already talked about this, that divine feminine receptive energy. She's so abundant and bursts new things, and she's birthing her new life right now. And the way she's able to do that is because she has the ability to be emotionally available. The Empress is nothing if she can't feel her heart muscle. If she can't feel her feelings, if she is not prepared to be receptive to receiving open emotions and to giving open emotions, she's not an Empress. So you're rebuilding your heart here. You're rebuilding your internal ability to use your emotions for a positive change effect in your life, to build the life you want by using your emotions and by being receptive to emotion. I like this. There's a lot of options here. Again, this is card 7-7. This is, I mean, talk about divine. It's what it's all about. Love, man, right? This is about self-love. Being able to love yourself after heartbreak. All these things that, whatever this heartbreak it was that taught you, coming back into a place of loving of self and being receptive and open to others' love and being able to give. You've got a lot of options. There could have been confusion about this in the past, but you know better now. All right, what are these changes? Actually, wait. Imminent life change, life force rebuilding. Anything else? Huh. Jeez, are you serious here? Twin flames. I have self-care energy underneath. Things are balancing out here. So I could be talking to somebody who's a twin flame. Do not have to be. This is just about, soulmate connections, but they're healing and, I have a really hard time with the term twin flame. I think that the twin flame stuff that's out there is kind of lame. I think it's a really kind of hokey concept, but I understand the workings of it when in and without in my own life. So I do think there's something to it, but I think that the definitions that are out there and a lot of the information that are online is kind of toxic, quite frankly. So the changes that are going on are about self-care changes. A lot of this is all about self-care, right? Is lining you up either to possibly meet your twin flame or to come into union with your twin flame. But this is the 11 card of changes. 1111 is the twin flame number. So this is what's lining you up. And let's not forget, we're also talking about where in your life you need more structure and collaborating with your twin flame here. So yeah, this is some change within this is coming about, and it requires self-care to get there. It all starts with self. Tell me about these changes, please. Queen of Pentacles. Didn't we start off this reading with the Queen of, or the King of Pentacles? I think we did. Oh, and I have the Queen of Pentacles here. I have underneath, I have the Devil and the King of Pentacles with the Nine of Cups and the High Priestess. There's some twin flame aspect here. I'm saying there's probably definitely been some toxicity here because self-care is required. But through this self-care brings changes in this aspect. The other aspect of this Devil here is depicting the magnetic pull between the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups here. You guys don't have to be earth signs. This is just depicting the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups is often a married couple. So this twin flame idea here could be leading towards that. This is also the most mature couple in the deck. But very grounded and stable energy. I would say that there is a magnetic pull between you and another person that is probably very unexplainable. That doesn't make sense on paper, but it's there. That's why. So these changes are leading to wish fulfillment. All right. Let's move on to the next pile. 2 more piles. You're good. All right. This pile is about what habits and beliefs need to be released. Ooh, interesting. Meditation, card 40. This is about stability and divine protection. So there may be some beliefs around meditation that need to be released. Or habits around meditation. I can't imagine there's many habits around meditation that need to be released. Because, I mean, even if you're not, you know, a structured, like, long-term meditator, every time you try and do it, no matter how small or little, it is going to benefit you. So I wouldn't say this, to me, is some sort of belief system around meditation that needs to be released here. This meditation, this is how you're going to come into oneness within self. You cannot contact your higher self without this. Or, I mean, maybe you can. I think that this is going to be what tips the scales in it really working, though. Oh, that's interesting. We have Hisabi, accountability. That's very interesting. We were just talking about accountability, being accountable with self. East Weban, new beginnings, thought processes, and inspiration. Again, this is about a new cycle starting here. These are, you may have some beliefs around new beginnings. And you may have some habits around your thought processes that need to be changed here. Again, we're talking about what needs to be released. There's some accountability that needs to be released here. Maybe seeking accountability from others, possibly. Ooh, and I have 44, home. This is interesting. We got a bunch of 4 energy here. This is really about stability. But you are divinely protected. There is something about a home that needs to be released. Whether it's habits within the home or belief systems about a home, what you believe a home should be, what it needs to be, maybe even possibly just physically where you're living. It's not good for you. We're going to clarify. All right. We'll do this first. What about this? Actually, we'll do this. Meditation. What around meditation needs to be released? Meditation needs to be released, please. Everything? The world. What is that? With the Ace of Cups. The world is about changing in cycles, but it's also, these are all the fixed times. I want to say this is a stubbornness. Fixed signs can be very stubborn. They don't do change well because they're fixed, right? So there's some sort of stubbornness around meditation that needs to be released. Maybe even a stubbornness of not loving doing it, or possibly even this is a part of self-love here. It's a very loving, to meditate is a very self-loving act because it brings you closer to your center. Part of the problem, though, is though meditating, sometimes maybe things come up from within that you don't like about yourself very much. That could have something to do around the stubbornness with wanting to meditate. This can also be about maybe needing to add more self-love into your meditation, or something to do with love into your meditation. Maybe you need to be meditating on love more. this is about a changing cycle. So this could also be about up leveling your meditation practices. And that can go for anybody. If you've, only meditated once, yes, you need to update your meditation practices. Maybe get a second time in. But say you do it for, 10 minutes a day. Maybe it's time to up it to 15 or 20 minutes. What is this meditation? What's this world? Maybe you need to meditate on change. Maybe you need to meditate on the world. That's interesting. Maybe you need to meditate on the changes within the world that are going on in the world right now. Maybe you need to focus on nothing when you meditate. Maybe that's it also. You need to open up the whole world of possibilities within the meditation. That's interesting. Take it how it resonates. If it resonates, that's great. This world. Ace of Wands. The Five of Pentacles in reverse. The Hermit, the High Priestess, the Seven of Cups. I want to say Spirit's asking you to meditate. All right, I want to say this is Spirit wants you to open up your meditation, but I want to say the specific thing Spirit wants you to be meditating on, possibly what your passions are, where your creative drive and force comes from, how to recover financially. If you are having financial issues, Spirit wants you to meditate on your financial recovery. There's answers there for you. But through doing this, through bringing new vitality into meditation here, you're opening up your psychic abilities, first of all. You're also healing your traumas within, and you're giving yourself more opportunities, clearing up confusion around these things. Meditation is going to help with those things. Anything on this meditation? So what's going on here is this meditation is helping you heal this inner child. We've already had the isolating thoughts in the inner child, right? So this, by meditating here, like if there's a resistance to meditating, by releasing this resistance, this is going to bring the change, the courage to change from these things to your inner strength and empowerment. So much empowerment here by doing this. If you are resistant to meditating, try again, please. Spirit's asking you. It only brings you good things. So much empowerment here. All right, this next card is accountability. Let's see. This would be 36. Thisbe has graced you with her presence. You are being asked to relax. Stop moving forward with a momentum that continues to bring complaints, and instead move forward with one that brings solutions. Only you can give yourself forgiveness when it comes to someone who may have let their animal side out. Ask yourself, can I let my tears be healers of my timeline? Do I feel intimidated around others as if I don't have the same lion spirit? Do I believe I am more than just a label I place on myself? This is about having confidence in your innate abilities, right? outside land and hunt down what is inside of you of attacking other prey. It takes strength to be compassionate. So accountability. Very interesting. Tell me more about this accountability. This is accountability here that needs to be released. Ha. Stop looking for a sorry. This accountability is about you being independent within your own self. You don't need somebody else's apology to make you okay. But this is also asking you, if there is someone out there that you owe an apology, be accountable and give it. This is, don't ask for things in others that you're not willing to give yourself. So wanting an apology from somebody that when you wouldn't give an apology is not really a high vibe thing to do. But also expecting apologies from people who aren't in the vibration of being able to give apologies. If you can't move on because you didn't get an apology, it's only hurting you. You need to be able to be okay with not receiving apologies from people. That doesn't mean you have to continue having that person in your life. Absolutely not. But receiving the apology is not, it shouldn't change or affect you. Like, you have to be able to go forward without that and release the hurt that came with not getting it. But be accountable for your own self. This is definitely self-accountability. The Nine of Pentacles is somebody who is completely self-sufficient. This person does not need anybody, right? They have people in their life because they want them there. They make their life better. They benefit them. But they're completely able to care and for themselves. They have everything they need. Also, if you are offering love to people, make sure that you're in this energy before you do it. Be accountable for your actions. If you have gone out and offered love to people and you were not single, be accountable. Step up. What's more about this accountability, please? Wow. So we have epiphany, breakthroughs, chemistry, passion, and Pluto transformation. I have on the bottom here, renewal or spark. I want to say this is about being accountable to yourself. About the things that you learn when you're accountable to yourself, when that you've implemented some of this meditation and you're really connecting with your higher self, you have epiphanies and breakthrough about where your passions lie. And you're able to transform things here, to transform this energy. Being accountable to yourself means knowing exactly what you want and going towards it. Like making sure that you're living the life you want, not the life somebody else wants you to live. You are independent. You get to decide where you go from here, where you go forward. Right? What kind of life do you want to live? All right. This new beginnings, thought processes, and inspiration. I really think this is about thought processes that need to be released here. All right, tell me about this. What needs to be released here? Ooh. Listen, This is about, I mean, the star card is, you know, your hope, your dreams. It's about, you know, the things that you wished for. And it's also healing. I want to say this is possibly fears around getting what you want, about getting the thing that you've wished for. This thought process is, fear is the blocker of all dreams. If you have fear running through your mind constantly, then you're blocking your dreams with it. What is this star card? Ooh. Ace of Swords, 2 Wands, and 5 Cups. So this is about releasing the heartache from things that you had wanted that didn't work out. It's blocking you from moving forward. The hurts from the past are blocking your new beginnings. It's time to give yourself truth here. Be truthful with yourself about these things that didn't work, about that heartache, and using the truth of what you know, making new decisions. There's a new path here for you. You have to learn about it. The Page of Pentacles. This is about starting a new path, right? The student here. There are new paths for you to start here. I don't care how old you are. You could feel constrained by debt here. There could be contracts or commitments that are keeping you constrained. It's time to bring new thought processes on board. The thought processes that are keeping you back here, it's blocking something. It needs to be released. There could be a fear of debt, or you could be embroiled in a situation that has brought you a lot of debt. Something that has to do with contracts, commitments, or career. But the thought process around this needs to be released. I want to say the thought process about whatever this is very sad. And it's if you're being, this 5 of Cups is really a card of being stuck in past energy, right? If he just turned around, he'd see the 2 cups still standing here. The 2 of Cups is beautiful. That's divine partnership, right? But all they can do is sit and watch the things that have already spilled, the things that are no longer, the regrets here. Again, this is about letting go of the fears surrounding this here. Tell me about this home. What needs to be released about this home? Who? Okay. What needs to be released about this home is the lie that this home is your wish fulfillment. I don't know where you live. I don't know what this home is. This could be, home can be a person, right? You could feel at home with a person. A person makes you feel home. Or this could be a physical home. I have no idea. But this home, whoever, whether it was a person or a place, you thought it was your wish fulfillment. I have 7 swords here. That's a lie, saying that it's not your wish fulfillment. Maybe you wanted it to be your wish fulfillment. Maybe it was supposed to be your wish fulfillment. But the actual fact of the matter is, it is not. Time to release. All right, let's move on to the final pile. Yay, home stretch. Almost done, almost done. Guys, if you got stuck with me this long, sending you so much love and gratitude. Well, I mean, I hope it's helping you. That's the bonus part. So please, again, if you're still here, this is obviously giving you something beneficial. So go ahead and hit that thumbs button for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, this is about where to go with the flow in your life right now. Time. Whew. 41 breaks down to a 5. This is about change. This is a card of divine timing. If you're fighting against divine timing, whew, that battle's never going to get won, because time doesn't really exist and things don't happen on our time. Divine time is when things are right. And we won't know that until it happens. So this is the card of patience with divine timing. Things have to come into balance. There's a lot of moving pieces to bring you the things that Spirit wants to bring you. There's a lot of moving pieces. It takes divine timing. So if you're really thinking, wow, something's taken so long, or when is this ever going to happen? It's time to just go with the flow and know that it's going to happen when it's ready. We have tolerance here. This is a card about really connecting with your ancestors. He's got all of his spirit people behind him here. It's also a card of using the strength from your ancestors to be able to release addictions, honestly. Yeah. It's about whatever in your life that is a low vibrational energy, and we can have addictions to people, places, things, substances. It doesn't matter. Lifestyles, ways of being, it doesn't matter. Whatever that low vibe thing is, this is about allowing your ancestors, flowing with your ancestors here to release whatever that addiction is here. This is going with the flow. I just got the image that he looks like he's saging. Interesting. We have 18, leadership, self-discipline, and psychic abilities. This is where Spirit wants you to go with the flow. This is the 9. This is like the end of a cycle here. So Spirit wants you taking leadership, right? Leadership also with yourself, being very self-disciplined with yourself, possibly to rid yourself of addictions. Could be even with the meditation, bringing it more, but this is also your psychic abilities here. Again, we've got all the ancestors behind him, communing with the ancestors here. This is beautiful. This is like allowing, being in the flow allows you to access your psychic abilities. Also, substances within the body are a inhibitor of psychic abilities. If you are using drugs, cigarettes, alcohol, even bad foods filled with, stuff in it, unnatural things, those are all things that can limit your psychic abilities. The body needs to be really clean. You don't have to be completely clean of things to be psychic. I'm not saying that. But the more clean your body is, the more access you have to your psychic abilities. We have teaching. Again, this is about possibly stepping into purpose. This is 14. It breaks down to a 5. This is about change. Teaching changes people because it gives them the knowledge that they needed. This is about you stepping into purpose, going with the flow of that. If there are people around you that you have information that you think could help people, express it. Give it to them. Become the person that you didn't have when you were looking for information, when you needed to change, when you needed something, and there was nobody there and you had to find it for yourself. Well, that's because you were becoming a teacher. Self-healers, people that have to find the information, the reason why they're on that path is because they're learning to become a teacher. They have information that will help other people. Tell me about this time, please. Going in the flow with time. Oh, that's a lot of cards. With the 8 of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, the Devil, and the 2 of Cups. I want to say this is about divine timing around partnerships. possibly even partnerships, addictions coming into balance, being in your head. There's too many cards here. I get one card. What is this time? Be in the flow. Ooh, manifesting growth. You have the Magician with the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is also about collaborating with others. So I want to say, be in the flow with the timing of your manifestations, with the timing of the way things are coming in. If you want this, it can't all happen at once, right? So being in the flow with how you're manifesting collaborations and income, and you know, these can even be union stuff here, collaborating with others for finances, for whatever. You have everything you need to do it, but it's going to happen when the time's right. Okay? Keep working towards it. We already did talk earlier about needing to stop manifesting so much and start putting more action towards this. But time is a huge factor here, the divine timing of things. You can't, it's gonna come. Don't give up is what I want to say. It's gonna happen. Don't stop the process. Don't say, oh, it's never happening, so it's not gonna now. Divine timing is at play, and we can't know when that is. Only Spirit does. This time, please. What about the time? Divine time. How to flow with the time. Wow. Okay. This is about possible timing for reunion. All right. When's reunion going to happen with a soulmate? It's divine timing. You need to stop thinking about it and worrying about it. The celebration's going to come. The reunion is going to happen. Stop spying and watching. Stop it. When you are spying and watching the person that you want your reunion with, you're just putting that blockage energy out there. You got to be focused on self. Stop focusing outward. It will happen in divine timing. Stop doing this. It's a block. Instead, go into the flow with yourself. This is, because we're talking here about tolerance with self, right? This is about dealing with our own stuff. All right. Tell me more about this tolerance, please. Whatever you're needing to have tolerance here, if there is an addiction of some sort, it is blocking everything. With the Two of Swords here. Or a lack of tolerance of self. A lack of tolerance about love things. I've got the Ace of Cups showing underneath the Page of Cups here. Whatever this is within self that needs to be healed, that is some form of addiction, whatever that may be, is a block to this love. So Spirit's asking you to flow into the level of self-tolerance. Because this is what this moon's all about, clearing up the blocks. Tell me more about this Two of Swords. Yeah, this is some lifestyle thing. Again, we go back to the card when we were talking about the friend groups changing and whatnot. This is a block here. They're asking you to flow freely, to flow in the energy. Where do you need to flow in your life? These situations. So there could be, like, again, we talked earlier about this. This could be partying, this could be drinking, this could be drugs, this could be a sex thing. Whatever this is, it is a block to this ancestor energy and this energy of tolerance, okay? It causes towers here. Anything else here? This could be something that's being used to avoid a family situation. There's some sort of, we've got family, home, and community here, but we've got avoidance and stalemate with the Three of Cups in reverse. There's something is used to avoid here. There's some avoidance in some habit that is used to bring avoidance to things, or used as a way of avoiding things at home. So, yeah, this needs to open up and flow more freely. You need to stop avoiding these things. You need to avoid dealing with them. Or not avoid dealing, I'm sorry. That was not, you need to stop avoiding dealing with them, I should say. Not avoid dealing with them, but stop avoiding. Okay. This leadership, self-discipline, psychic abilities. Tell me more. Oh, yeah. This is all about Spirit's asking you to definitely try and implement that. Be in the flow of the meditation or whatever you need to do for this self-mastery with your higher self here. This brings you the answers you need. Yeah. There's a transformation of self here within self. This transformation connects you to your higher self and your psychic abilities. The King of Cups here, water sign energy. The King of Cups is a very psychic sign, right? Interesting. Okay. Anything here on this leadership, self-discipline to be in the flow of here? This, I want to say this is like allowing, being in the flow is allowing the transition to happen. So when we release the fear about it and you start having a little faith in Spirit, that Spirit wants to bring good things to you, and allowing that transformation to happen, releasing the old, taking that, the old pains, the old hurts, the old whatever, and transmuting it into the life you want. So release the pain, take the lessons, and allow yourself to blossom. Yeah, this is about bringing yourself freedom. Again, we're talking about Aquarius here. Aquarius is, one of the rulers is Aquarius, is Uranus. This is about having new opportunities and opening up a freedom. Especially when you're connected to your higher self here. There's so many things there. But we've got control tactics, self-worth, expectations, confusions, illusions with the Ace of Fire here. I want to say these are all things that limit the psychic ability. Control tactics, problems with self-worth and expectations, confusions, illusions, maybe even leading with passion too much. I want to say these are the self-discipline part of this card. Being a leader and having self-discipline means you don't employ the control tactics. It means you do know your self-worth, right? You put the confusion. See, we've got, this is interesting. Hold on a second here. What was I telling you about in the very beginning of this video? That Aquarius is ruled by Neptune and Uranus. Very opposing energies. One causes confusion and illusions, and the other one is a freedom and opening, right? Very interesting. This moon is very much about getting you into the flow and over these things. This is interesting energy. All right. Last card, this teaching. Tell me about this teaching, please. Being in the flow with teaching. Maybe this is about somebody teaching you. I do think this has to do with going towards your purpose, but I also think this could be there's someone around you that maybe could help teach you something. Let's see. What's this teaching? The Four of Wands, I want to say, oh, interesting. With the Eight of Pentacles, this is teaching about mastering of self. This is something to do with higher union and relationships. This is the Twin Flame card. It's the 1111 card, right? This has something to do with higher unions, relationships, taking things to the next level. There's some teaching going on here, and it has to do with some sort of self-mastery. Anything else for the teaching? What's this Four of Wands? What's the Four of Wands, please? Oh, this is, all right, this is interesting. I have the Mother of Cups here, talking about being open in the open flow of emotions and loving, but I asked what this Four of Wands was, and we've got conflict. This is conflict, competition, strife, really. Too many people could be involved in a home situation here, but this is telling me that there is some conflict within a home or a relationship or a union that is trying to teach you something about your self-mastery and opening yourself to your emotions. Okay, I am going to leave this here. I am sending you so much light and love. I'm asking you to remember to stay blessed and to always, always, always love yourself first, please. Thank you.